What up YouTube, it's your boy ProfessorStix and I'm back again with another Call of Duty Warzone video. Today we're going to be comparing the stats of the top 5 SMGs in Warzone. We'll be comparing the damage profile, ranking the fastest killing SMG, and finally I'll be giving you the top 5 from worst to best with the best class setups for each SMG. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make Warzone tips and tricks videos and compare the best weapons in Warzone so you can rise to the top. Let's get into it. Now we're looking at the damage profile for each SMG. The MAC-10 does 30 damage to the head and 25 damage to the chest, making it one of the weakest in terms of damage out of all of the top 5 SMGs. The AK-74U does 56 damage to the head and 35 damage to the chest. It actually does the second highest amount of damage to the head and chest, only second to the KSP, but nobody's using the KSP, it's a burst SMG. The Modern Warfare MP5 does 49 damage to the head and 34 damage to the chest. The Bullfrog does 55 damage to the head and 34 damage to the chest. And finally, the Cold War MP5 does 47 damage to the head and 33 damage to the chest. And so most of these SMGs minus the MAC-10 are going to be about a 5 to 8 shot kill. Now I wanted to rank the SMGs by time to kill when you're hitting all of your headshots, because this lets us know just how powerful each of these SMGs are. Now the Bullfrog downs a fully armored opponent in 320 milliseconds if hitting all of your headshots. This makes it the fastest killing weapon out of all of the SMGs that we have in Warzone. The AK-74U does it in 345 milliseconds. The Cold War MP5 does it in 351 milliseconds. The Modern Warfare MP5 does it in 376 milliseconds. And the MAC-10 does it in 479 milliseconds. This includes the 50 millisecond open bolt delay. So theoretically, the MAC-10 would have been very good, but because of that 50 millisecond open bolt delay, that reduces its time to kill. And because of the nerf to the damage to the head, the MAC-10 now has one of the slowest time to kills out of the top 5 SMGs. Now I do want to give an honorable mention to the MP7, which does come in at 379 milliseconds, which is very comparable, but unfortunately it did not make the top 5 list. Now I'm going to rank the SMGs by time to kill when you're hitting all of your chest shots, because even though the Bullfrog and the AK-74U do down enemy opponents very fastly, when you're hitting chest shots, they are just not as comparable to some of the other top 5 SMGs. So the Cold War MP5 is going to down a fully armored opponent in 492 milliseconds. The Modern Warfare MP5 is going to down a fully armored opponent in 526 milliseconds. And then the MAC-10 comes in at 538 milliseconds. And that also includes that 50 millisecond open bolt delay. The Bullfrog does it in 559 milliseconds. And the AK-74U does it in 603 milliseconds. Again, another honorable mention to the MP7 with its TTK of 568 milliseconds. But again, because the AK-74U just has an insane bullet velocity, making it almost damn near hit scan, it's actually just better to go off with the AK-74U as your secondary to a sniper, which is the situation that most people use the MP7. Alright guys, so let's rank the top 5 SMGs in Warzone, starting with number 5. Coming in at number 5, boasting the second highest damage profile among all SMGs at 56 damage to the head and 35 damage to the chest, I just had to include the AK-74U into the top 5 list. It has an insane bullet velocity of 1,192 meters per second, which damn near makes it feel like hit scan, and the damage range is one of the furthest, making it an excellent option to pair with your sniper rifle. You can crack armor with the sniper and pull out that AK-74U. That enemy is pretty much 1 to 2 bullets with its high damage profile and that bullet velocity, making it very hard for you to miss. Let's get into the attachments. For the AK-74U, you want to go with the GRU suppressor, the 9.3 inch VDV reinforced barrel. This is going to give you the maximum bullet velocity, the Spetsnaz grip for the underbarrel, the 50 round mag, and the GRU 5 milliwatt laser sight. This is going to allow you to hip fire very effectively with the AK-74U. Coming in at number 4 is the Bullfrog. The Bullfrog has a very high damage profile amongst SMGs at 55 damage to the head and 34 damage to the chest. And the Bullfrog's recoil is very easy to control. And with that damage fall off being at 14 meters, it's actually a very competitive SMG because you can not only use it at close range, but you can use it at further ranges too. The Bullfrog is excellent for aggressive players that like to hit headshots because 2 headshots can make a huge difference in reducing your TTK. It is also a very excellent weapon for hip firing, so storming buildings, hitting those corners, this is going to be the weapon that you want to use. Any skilled player should consider adding this gun to their loadout. And here are the attachments. For the Bullfrog, you're going to want to go with the Groove Suppressor, the 7.4-inch Task Force, the Spetsnaz grip, the 65 round mag, and the KGB skeletal stock. If you'd like, you can actually take off the 60 round mag and put on the 5 milliwatt laser. This allows you to have hip fire and you still have 50 round mag, so that's still plenty of bullets to go around for enemy opponents. Or you can switch out the KGB skeletal stock and then put on the 65 round. It's up to you. This is probably the optimum build, but preferably I like going with a bigger mag. Coming in at number 3, the MAC-10 is consistent and versatile. This SMG has a modest damage profile after it received a nerf, but let me tell you, it still gives you very fast movement speed, allowing you to play at an excellent fast-paced gameplay. The MAC-10 has very little recoil, making it awesome for close to close medium range battles, and at point blank range, the MAC-10 is an absolute monster. With its incredible fire rate, you can be sure to down enemy opponents very quickly, and all you got to do is aim for the chest, baby. You don't really need to hit any headshots because the time to kill is the same, even if you're hitting 1 to 3 headshots. Of course, if you hit all headshots, then you're just the absolute unit. So the SMG is great for any skill level player. Let's get into the attachments. For the MAC-10, you're going to want to go with the Agency Suppressor, the 5.9-inch Task Force, the Field Agent Grip, the 50-round Mag Drum, and the Raider Stock. Coming in at number 2, the Modern Warfare MP5 is Ole Miss reliable. You can hip fire with it, you can storm buildings with it. It has been our companion for damn near 6 seasons until the MAC-10 came in and swooped us off our feet. But COD players have forgotten how the MP5 got us through tough times. When you didn't want to feel scummy running the Origin or the R9, it was the only option you had to survive. It is excellent at close range, and if you build the MP5 right, the movement speed and the hip fire accuracy will have you dancing around Verdansk like you're King Joe, baby. Listen, y'all know about the Modern Warfare MP5. Let's get into the attachments. For the Modern Warfare MP5, you're going to want to go with the Monolithic Integral Suppressor, the 5 milliwatt laser, the Merc foregrip, 45 round mag, and the stippled grip tape. It's up to you if you want to switch out the stippled grip tape for sleight of hand, but for me, I like the stippled grip tape because it gives you ADS speed and sprint to fire. And finally, coming in at number 1, it is the Cold War MP5. Now listen, I could have just interchanged the Cold War MP5 and the Modern Warfare MP5 because the Cold War MP5 is literally the Modern Warfare MP5's younger brother, but it came into the league a bit later, so he learned from the Modern Warfare MP5's mistakes. With a bigger mag and a faster rate of fire than the MP5, it is a no-brainer to go with the Cold War MP5. Now, people might be thrown off by its mostly vertical recoil, which is different from the Modern Warfare version, but serious, if you learn how to use it, it does more damage per mag than the Modern Warfare version, and it has a faster TTK. What more can I say? Let's get into the attachments, baby. For the Cold War MP5, you're going to want to go with the Agency Suppressor, the 9.5-inch Task Force, the Field Agent Grip, the 50 round drum, and the Raider Stock. If you want to make this a hip fire build, you can go ahead and attach the 5 milliwatt laser sight. This is also a good attachment to have. All right, guys, there you have it. That is your top 5 SMGs. If I missed one, if you think one should go over the other, make sure you drop a comment down below. I would love to hear your top 5 SMGs, and let me know, should I try some other SMGs and maybe I missed something? Maybe the KSP is popping, or maybe the Milano is popping. I don't know. You guys drop a comment down below. As always, guys, if you learned something new, if you liked the video, make sure you smash that like button. No pressure at all, but I would love if you hit that subscribe button. Working our way up to 2,000 subscribers. Guys, drop into Verdansk and make sure you frag out. Peace.